Chiamiamo il nostro prossimo relatore, il dottor Kuwayama. Chiaramente, insomma, chi si interessa di crioconservazione, di fecondazione assistita in particolare, insomma, lo conosco, è veramente ben conosciuto per i suoi studi riguardanti soprattutto la vetrificazione, che, come dicevamo ieri parlando con lui, sono partiti addirittura 30 anni fa. Lui dice: io sembro tutto sommato non tanto grande, ma in realtà la sua esperienza di applicazione è abbastanza elevata. Ci parlerà oggi particolarmente quindi della sua esperienza nella vetrificazione e delle potenzialità future di questa procedura.
Yeah, thank you very much for probably a very kind introduction of me, which I don't understand any Italian. But thank you very much for your kind introduction and some invitation to me. I like very much to be here. I like your country, I like Roma and Italy very much, and I'm very happy to transfer my latest vitrification technology to you. Okay, so I'm talking about the vitrification today. So, first I'd like to confirm the purpose of the vitrification together with you. So, everything is for keeping the precious life of a human, we say it is oocyte embryos, with giving no damage and no risks until the day of the patient dream will come true. So this is the purpose of vitrification, and everything is towards to this purpose. Okay, so I show the first vitrification. So I prepare this. This is conventional slow freezing solution, and this is my vitrification solution. And so we put the plates into liquid nitrogen to be cold at minus 196 degrees centigrade. So the conventional slow freezing solutions become white. We say this is milky aspect, and because of the formation of many ice crystals. So this is the reason for the death of the cell. However, in vitrification solution continue to the transparent status. This means no ice crystals, means the survival of death, survival of the cell. A little about the history of my Cryotec method. So I have studied vitrification for 28 years. So vitrification is not new to me. So it's my old technology. So I first succeeded vitrification of mammalian IVF embryo using cattle model in 1991. Okay, this is 22 years ago. Then next year we first succeeded vitrification of mammalian oocyte using cattle model. Then finally we succeeded vitrification of porcine oocyte. Porcine oocyte is the most difficult cell for the freezing. So it means, however, using vitrification, we obtained 90% of survival, and we produce a very healthy piglet. And next year, so we obtained the first success of vitrification of human oocyte. So we had an American patient from New York, we vitrified the two, and two survives, and after fertilization and transfer, we get the first pregnancy. This is 1999. And for the widespread of technology, I simplify my protocol for everyone to use. So I name it's the Cryotec method. So 13 years ago. Then I visited the United States to be widespread of this technology to American people. Then we obtained the first baby in the United States, 2003. And we also trained the embryologist in Monica's embryologist in 2003, and obtained the first baby in 2004 in Europe. And then we keep continuing to the improvements of the Cryotec method to obtain the better survival for the patient's benefit. So I make the first major improvement in 2004 and 2008. Now the present method is my 5 years old version. So we can expect about 90% survival for common embryologists. However, as you know, 90% survival is not enough for the patient. So I keep continuing to improve my method. Then last year I completed to obtain 100%. Using a chemical defined medium. This is my major improvement. And since then we have already experienced more than 4,000 clinical cases. And we keep continuing to obtain 100% survival for human oocytes, zygote, embryo, and blastocyst. Until now, we have already obtained more than, to my best knowledge, 40,000 healthy babies and 350,000 babies from my vitrification. So there's a formula, probability of vitrification equal cooling rate multiplied viscosity divided the volume to obtain the better probability of vitrification state. So the making effort to minimize the volume of the vitrification solution containing oocyte or embryo, and the accelerating cooling rate by direct touch with coolant, it's liquid nitrogen or warmer, it's warming solution, and higher viscosity. So some protocol has been already published for minimum volume cooling method. In the Cryotec method is the typical one with minimum volume and direct touch. And my latest one is giving highest viscosity. That is Cryotec method. So this is Cryotec method. I know. So at present, the Cryotec method is the best one at present. Okay, to obtain the highest survival rate and highest pregnancy and baby rate so far. However, so I know very well about the Cryotec because it's mine. So I also know the very bad aspect or many problems in Cryotec for the difficulties and the solution and the toxicity. So I improved 18 points of the problems of the Cryotec method, and I remove all the difficulties from my protocol to make it easier. That's easier, good for the embryologist. So easy protocol is very important to avoid the human error to obtain 100% survival. And the protocol of vitrification of human oocyte and embryos and blastocysts are all the same. And this takes normally 15 minutes, and this takes 10 minutes for warming. Okay. And this is the first publication about human oocyte vitrification. I published it in 2005. So in paper, we obtained 95% of survival, and the result in after image transfer, we obtained 41% of pregnancy. So, you know, so I published because Bob Edwards, he passed away just 2 months ago. He visited me in my laboratory, so he asked me to publish my data to his journal. He spent almost his time in the end of his life, so to establish a very good journal, and reproductive biomedicine online. So I submit this one, and it was published. So it's now it's a 374 cited score. This is the highest score of the history of this journal, and the number one for these 60 years. This shows giving the impact. This is the impact of this result. Okay. The slide shows the oocyte before and after vitrification. So it's from Monica. The 3. Okay, so I show this slide. So in many countries so far. I have visited 53 countries so far to give a lecture for these 13 years. No one believed at the beginning. So I did. Many people say I did copy and paste in the computer. No, I didn't. Okay, so nothing changed. No morphological change means no damage of the cell. Okay, it's good for the oocyte. So after giving ICSI, about 50% of the fertilized zygote developed to the blastocyst stage, and after image transfer, obtained 42% pregnancy can be obtained. So at the beginning, so my result was too good and was not believed. But after, I'm open for technology. I teach everything for anyone. So my colleague was Steric and Johnny. So I trained her for 2 days, and she obtained 98%. We obtained the first baby in the United States in 2004, and also Anna Kober, 97% IVI. I trained her for 2 days, and she obtained good results. And also Antinori, 99% survival. So then the many colleagues produced and published good results. Then my protocol has been believed. And this is the first baby in the United States, Sophie, that's obtained in May in 2003. And the right one is egg bank. This is the first egg bank. We also established the first egg bank in the United States in 2002. It's in Milwaukee. And also same the good results after vitrification of human blastocysts. It has been reported so many of my colleagues. And now, so 350, many babies already delivered. And this IMI and the catalysis clinic is ours. We are doing 25,000 life cycles per year only in one clinic in Tokyo. So this can be maybe the boring or exciting slide. So we have already experienced more than 4,000 cycles, clinical cycles, and continue to obtain 100% survival. So when I talk this, I think few people believe 100%. So far, this afternoon, we will hold a hands-on workshop. We have already held hands-on workshop for more than 30 times in 16 countries. I trained more than 360 participants. So participants have to vitrify human oocyte or difficult one, pig oocyte or cattle oocyte. And if they obtain the survival, then I can give certificates for them. So far, no participant killed any oocyte so far for 360. I hope we continue to 100% for this afternoon too. Okay, the slide shows the pregnancy rate whole Japan. Okay, so in fresh, after fresh embryo transfer or cryo embryo transfer. So as you can see, more than 10% higher pregnancy rates can be obtained after cryo embryo transfer, and lower the multi-pregnancy, and higher, more than 30% higher the birth rate in cryo method. So now, for these 10 years, so the number of the IVF centers to use cryotop vitrification method increase. This resulted in increase of the whole pregnancy rate of whole Japan. Okay, so now 43% of the babies are from cryopreservation cycle in Japan now, and still 20% in the world. In the last year, in the United States, the cryo cycle percentage is only 19.6%. Okay, so what is the best of the vitrification? Of course, vitrification is a keeping technology to keep good embryo as good, so bad one as bad, keeping technology. So if we do giving no damage, all the oocyte can survive, or embryo survive through the process. So the best one is 100% survival, means no or little damage. So, however, some scientists or some embryologists cannot believe, and they said there's no 100% exist in science, they said. But I don't think so, because all the oocyte and the embryo are surviving before vitrification. Okay? So we can start from 100%. So if we minimize the damage of the oocyte of the embryo, hold the process of the vitrification, we can keep 100% of surviving from the beginning to the end. This is a system of the mechanism of the 100%. Some of them are here is embryologists, and the embryologist is working in the IVF laboratory. And the IVF laboratory has 3 technologies to produce the best embryos. The first one is IVF fertilization technology. The second one is a culture technology. The third one is the freezing technology. And the technical level of these technologies can be evaluated by the rate, the fertilization rate, or developmental rate, or survival rate. Okay, so if you give it the ICSI to 10 oocytes, and the next day, if you obtain the 3 fertilized, fertilization rate is 30%. If you obtain the 5 fertilized, fertilization rate is 50%. So the fertilization rate starts from 0% to high. And in culture, so if you culture 10 zygote for 6 days, and if you obtain the 6 blastocysts, okay, blastocyst formation rate is 60%. If you obtain the 8 blastocyst formation rate is 80%. So also the blastocyst formation rate starts from 0. However, all the oocyte and the embryo are surviving before vitrification. So the survival rate will start from 100%. Okay? So if the oocyte and the embryo has no or little damage in all 5 steps of vitrification, the survival rate continues to be 100% to the end. Okay. So, the present method is Cryotec method. We could obtain the 90%. So I let it give negative opinion to 90%. If you vitrify 10 oocytes using Cryotec method, the survival rate is 90%. So if you vitrify 10, you obtain 9 surviving, so 1 dead. Okay, what kind of oocyte die? Okay, 90% of survival. Okay, so it is 9 survival and 1 dead. Okay, one dead. So the oocyte is bad oocyte. That means damaged oocyte or sensitive oocyte, low quality oocyte. These oocytes can be died by present method. Okay. However, how about the cancer patient or old patient or some patients produce only bad quality oocyte? They produce only sensitive oocyte. Okay. So 90% survival means 0% for these patients. They are very unlucky, very sad patients. To save this patient, we need 100% survival. Okay, so after publication, my verification, why some embryologists cannot obtain 100% like us? So there are 3 answers, 3 possible answers. The first one, they've never known the right protocol. They read the papers, but I cannot explain the in detailed one. So they are missing many things between the lines. And this is I hate this one. So the embryos are very easy to modify the protocol without scientific evidence. They make the volume of the solution smaller, or the shorter time. They have to wait 5 minutes, but they can't wait for 5 minutes, only 4 minutes. They want to go home earlier, or they want to reduce the cost of the beautification, so many things. So this bad condition kills patient life. Okay? So the Cryotec protocol is highly optimized by, we have conducted hundreds of experiments using a lot of oocytes and embryos for these many years. So here, please, I always ask all the embryologists, my participants of the workshop, please strictly keep the protocol. Yeah? If they keep all the numbers in the protocol, so they obtain 100%. And the last one, they don't understand the secret of high survival. The secret is, as I told you, all the oocytes surviving before beautification, so stack of small effort to minimize the damage of the cells through the process. So, and our solution will be in the hands-on workshop in this evening. Okay, so I can talk 3 minutes. Okay, so this is my, this is my most important slide to me, to my life. So the blood cancer, now we have more than 5,000 blood cancer in Japan every year. So, however, the recent development of the effort of the cancer doctors. Now, after bone marrow transplantation, about 85% of patients can survive through this disease. However, after this treatment, 99.9% of patients become infertility. So this is my first patient who unmarried blood cancer. So this is Nagi-chan. When I meet her, so she was 16 years old. Okay, so it is second grade of the high school in Japan. So we have when I make the interview, so we have only 2 months before the BMT. So immediately starts the stimulation of ovary, and finally obtained 2 oocytes. It's very beautiful oocyte. Okay, then we beautify the oocyte and give her the photocopy of this, and as a good luck charm to fight with cancer. And she come into the plastic room to fight with cancer with 2 photos, and she puts 2 photos in the bed head, and she already gives the boy and the girl name to the egg. And she said she has very good students. She has many good friends. The good friend come visit to her in the hospital, and she said to her friend, "So I'm already mother. Mother cannot die with cancer." So she fight with cancer and come back, survive. Then she thanked us and thanked to medicine very much, and she wanted to pay back. And she studied to learning nursing for 3 years in Japan, and he passed the national examination of the nursing and son become a nurse. And I think as you understand, she became a very good nurse. And she's working now in children's hospital. She loves children very much. So I hope someday in the near future she will have her own children. So this kind of people who lost their fertility, so they lost their confidence to have a boyfriend because the girls was very worried about, they're afraid for the future. So they cannot spend the normal life as a girl. However, only two to encourage her to live a life as a normal woman. So then, finally, so she married. This is just last week. So I was invited to her wedding ceremony. I was very happy to give a speech in the wedding ceremony. Yes, he's very good man, good boy. So she understands everything and accept. Now they're married. Okay. So, but we have already vitrified more than 1,000 oocytes from this kind of patient. So for 254 cancer patients. So however, because of the time, so the average number of the oocytes per patient is only 4.3. So as you can imagine, they have only 4 oocytes in their whole life. So we need 100% to give baby for them. I named this oocyte bank as a future mother. I really want this kind of patient to be mother in the future. So then, this is not only for the hope. The slide shows the first baby from vitrified oocyte of unmarried leukemia patient of ours. So now she become real mother, not future mother. And like her, after her, so we have already 4 more mother from our oocyte bank. I really wish you make the same thing to make the mother by oocyte vitrification with 100% survival method. Okay, this is the last slide. The slide shows the number of the vitrification of human oocytes. So I asked my embryologist to vitrify the human discarded oocyte. After warming the oocyte, if once the oocyte was just as survival, then we make another vitrification. Then we repeat, then analyze how many times can we vitrify the same oocyte by vitrification. So first oocyte survived, okay? So 19 times. And second one, 25, 15, and the average 22 times. So the embryologists keep strictly the protocol. So we can vitrify 22 times. Okay. So we say in joke, it means 20 to 100% survival. Okay. So only 100% survival is not difficult now. Okay, so in conclusion, optimized 100% survival was established in 2012, and extremely preferable results begin to be reported for human oocyte embryos in some advanced IVF centers in the world under my supervision. And I wish this successful vitrification would promptly spread worldwide, not only for the common infertile patients, but also for cancer women, healthy working women, and transsexual people, so anyone, to realize their dreams in fertility towards a happy future life. Thank you very much.